differential under 6, Dave, because they also get to the free throw line at a high rate. James Harden does a great job getting to the free throw line. They shoot an amazing amount of free throws. Well, they're number 1 in the NBA. He plays off the greatness of all the players around him. And James Harden does an amazing job of getting the basketball as Minnesota gets a 24-second shot clock violation.
Get it to go. But, Jim, this is clearly the stiffest test the Timberwolves have faced over this span. Capella hit as he goes up, and he'll have a chance for the three-point play.
Green, just knocks off the defender, Jimmy Butler. Towns has to help a little bit.
Tom Thibodeau talking about how when they go to the bench, they can bring in shooting, and they certainly do that as Capella gets hit again going up.
Again, the pocket pass. He just throws it right between the legs of Karl-Anthony Towns.
4 per game. That's 3rd best in the league. Rockets make 20.2 per game, number 1 in the league. Charlotte is in between.
7 of 10. He went 8 of 15 after that. A bunch of double-digit attempts as Nene gets inside again.
History, Chris Paul doing it as well. Timberwolves, though, with an 8-point advantage late in the first. Rockets have not gotten much out of Harden in terms of offense. They've come back to build this lead, and you shudder to think what might happen if Harden starts doing more of that.
The start that Minnesota got off to, but ever since then, they've been really operating at a high rate. Minnesota has 6 turnovers. Harden, again, makes a layup, lulling Andrew Wiggins to sleep. Thank goodness for Jeff Teague. He's come to play.
Tucker out of the corner, and he buries his second 3. Wiggins foul in the second quarter, the Bielitsa foul in the second quarter, and this Towns foul. Bamute, shot clock down to 2. Harden's got to launch a deep 3, and of course finds nothing but the bottom of the net.
Trying to force him to his right hand, and he's getting up to contest on that and force him to his right hand, and he's getting up to contest on that left hand. When you get up and force him right, you're right there on the left hand, but he doesn't.
Towns, what a pass inside. Wiggins mishandles, and here come the Rockets. Harden at Paul, and Paul off the feed from James Harden. Harden and Paul in transition early in the third. Rocket range.
That's what happens when you get all these defensive-minded guys. You got raw dogs like P.J. Tucker, Bob Mute, Clint Capella. Really important to what Cleveland does, but he was pretty good in a Laker uniform. And DeLon Wright, we really like DeLon Wright, right? What he's been able to do in Toronto, they got a bunch of guys that come off the bench in Toronto and do a great job saving Jimmy along the baseline there, and then the nice backdoor cut by Butler.
Gordon for 3.
They want him to come off the bench. Stats have been kind of messed up. The fast break points around the league have been messed up. As Harden makes another hard shot. This dude.
Wiggins has been absent.
Yep.
Gordon. Wow.
Unbelievable.
How tough is that 3? He had a couple of bodies right in front of him. I'm not even sure he could see the rim. Timberwolves have to get some stops. Anderson. Rockets have 14 made 3s tonight, make it 15.
Goodness.
And Jim, we talked about it.
3-point shots. Can't.
How about a 6-pack for Ryan Anderson? Houston has made 20 or more 3s in a game 6 times this season. And they are on track to get to that number again tonight. Well, I think that the Houston Rockets, I still don't know that they could beat the Warriors in a 7-game series, but man.
The floor, too. He's got a really good feeling about this building and that end of the floor.
Harden gets all the way to the cup and 1.
Made it a 10-point game, and then the lid kind of popped off after that.
Harden.
Unreal.
And that's the 20th.
Even Chris Paul's over here shaking his head.
1 points. And he's been hot, by the way, as Bamute gets the rack. Anderson now with the 6 for 10 tonight. He's sitting on 21. The 3rd longest win streak all time, as Harden adds 1 more 3 just for good measure.
More likely to get there in Cleveland playing in the East than you are going to the West.
Bamute for 3, and why not?
Yeah,
Let's just
not?
make it 22 made 3s. And then they lose on their home floor to a Western Conference opponent for only the 2nd time all season. The Rockets have won 9 straight and move within a half game of Golden State.